is going on, YouTube? Welcome back. Welcome, I say. Today, back on the d15 Martin here again. I've been fine-tuning that d28, did a neck reset on it, and it's ready to go home now. And we're going to work on getting this one ready to go now. Now, and I've got plenty of others going on over here too. I'll rotate them. Alright, I've got videos of leveling, radiusing, crowning, polishing through all the sandpaper bits. A lot of videos of that stuff. I think every time, if I remember right, every one of those videos were like all in one video, or maybe two. But this one I did a little bit different. I did the first series, or well, the one before this one, of just leveling, putting the radius back in, and crowning. This video is on polishing the frets. I'm going to get the camera. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you, baby. Bring you over here and show you the frets right now. And then at the end of this video, I'll show them to you again, and we can do maybe do a side-by-side thing. If I can maybe just take a picture of them the way they are now. And then a picture after they're done, put those side-by-side up, and you can look at them. Anyways, I'll get you and bring you over here and explain how we're going to start this thing off. Let's do it! Let's do it! Now this is not a macro lens, it's a wide lens actually. And you might still be able to see that little thin blue line across the top of every fret. I explained that in the last video. That's just to assure us we have kept our levelness. Every fret completely in uniform with the one before it and the one after it. Now here's what's going on. Got several grits of sandpaper. I got to cut more. This is not enough, but this will get us started. I'm going to start with 800 grit. Okay, I'm going to polish this fret right here, and then this one, and then this one. It's going to go all the way down the fretboard with 800 grit. Then I'm going to take a break, probably. This is 1000 grit. I'm going to start with this fret, and then this one, and then this one. We're going to go all the way down the fretboard with 1000 grit. I'm going to have to definitely cut some more of this in a hurry. So we got 800 grit, 1000 grit, 1200 grit, 1500 grit, and 2000 grit. And I got some higher than that, but I probably will go with this half-inch semi-chrome polish after the 2000 grit. We'll see what it looks like. We want a mirror image on these things. And I'll be using these little fretboard protectors because I used to mummify the fretboard and tape it all up and down and everywhere. That's just a big gooey mess, man. These things right here are the way to go. Well, I guess if you don't have them, tape's okay, but I use these. You know, that keeps me off of the fretboard. I can sand there, get down on the sides of the frets and everything. I never touch the fretboard. So there you go. That's what's going on. There's all the grits of paper. I'll go cut some more right now and bring you back, and we'll start on polishing these frets. And then we'll be one step closer. After that, stay tuned. We're going to shave this bridge. I think I mentioned before about how soft these frets are on this guitar. So it won't take very long to get a good high shine on these frets. It won't take very long. I can tell by when I first start to sand like this. I don't know if the camera's picking that up or not. You can hear the sandpaper biting into the fret, and then it kind of starts to get smoother. And I can tell by that. You know, it's not going to do any good to sand it anymore with this grit of paper. I'm going to turn the paper over here. You know what? Actually, I'm going to start down here at the 12th fret. And I'll do half of them. I'll do from here up. And then I'll show you the difference in those and these down here. You can see them side by side that way. Why not, man? Seems logical. I guess I should fix you so you could see that. How do you like the sky cam, by the way? Sky cam view. Oh, I gotta apologize for something. So right now would be a perfect time to do it, I think. On Christmas Eve, the entire day before Christmas, I'll be editing videos, rendering them, and my Facebook notifications went nuts, man. Every few minutes I would hear it. And I want to say it's safe to say that I got probably almost 1,000 private messages from Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and the day after Christmas. People mostly just saying Merry Christmas and wishing you a good one, and the usual ones. How do I fix this on my guitar? How do I fix that? Is there any way to make this or that happen? Just all kinds of questions. That's normal. I get those every day. But my God, man, nearly 1,000 PMs in 2 days, 3 days. And I'd like to thank you guys for that, but I'm sorry. There's no way I can respond to that many messages. So I'll just say Merry Christmas to all of you. Hope you had a great one, and thank you. And I'm sorry. There's just no way to keep up with that. Alright, I started with that 12th fret, the one right in the very center of your screen. And you can see the difference in these frets. I'm not finished yet by a long shot. I already see a lot of reflection in there. There's the 12th fret, and there's the ones I haven't done yet at all. Still got the blue marker on them. And there's where we started. See how that looks like scratches in there, man? It's not scratches, it's reflections of things. See that? That looks like scratches right there. I think it's the camera reflecting. Still got to go over them with 2000 grit, and then micro mesh paper, and then semi-chrome polish. And then we're going to clean the fretboard up good and oil it. I get asked a lot about using steel wool for this. Steel wool and guitar should never be in the same building, guys, really. Especially electric guitars or acoustics with pickups in them, because it just creates a horrible mess. It works. You can shine your frets with it, if you can put up with the ungodly mess it creates. Got all the frets through all the sandpaper, and I haven't done the macro mesh or semi-chrome polish yet. I'm just going to take a little bit of naphtha and dump all up and down here, and clean off the DNA. Get to see that? It's blue, man, of all colors. Wonder what that's that from that blue marker I used. This stuff evaporates really quick. But, you know, I don't want to soak the guitar in it. Actually, I did jump ahead of myself a little bit there. I want to do the semi-chrome polish first. And then we will do linseed oil for Earl. Mirror image. They're you know, frets like that are so comfortable to play on, man. I mean, they're reflecting big time. Look at that. Move the camera. I can see everything reflecting. Yes, sir. I can't get up close enough because, yeah, that's as close as we'll get. Yeah, you can see it's reflecting like a mirror. Alright, it's linseed time, folks. Let's take a paper towel, fold it up however works good for you, and douse a little oil onto it. Question comes up a lot: boiled, unboiled, what's best, what's worse? And I keep saying, for this purpose of treating your fretboard, it doesn't matter if it's boiled or unboiled. A lot of people argue that. Don't make any difference, folks. For this right here, you're going to get the same result. Just make sure you get up to every fret. It's easy to get up to them and not get the wood on both sides of each fret. So make sure you get up to every fret. every bit of wood that you can see. Cover it with this. Now I'm wiping this off now, and I should have mentioned you should rub across the grain with this stuff when you put it on and when you take it off. If you rub across the grain like I'm doing now, it doesn't, I don't know how to explain this. When you rub it on, you rub it across like this, it forces the linseed oil down into the grain. That is open grains. Same thing when you're rubbing it off. If you rub across the grain like I'm doing right now, it forces the oil down into the grain. Like if I rubbed with the grain, I'd rub most of the oil off. You know, just rub it right out of the grain. Thus the whole mission lost. Nothing accomplished. So always remember to rub it across the grain instead of with the grain. Some people will argue that. Some people will tell you not to put it on your guitar at all. Can't believe some of the channels that are saying that noise. You can go to Martin's very own YouTube channel. Look it up. They'll tell you, oil your fretboards. Do oil them. They tell you what to use, or you know, what you should or shouldn't use, I think. Anyway, the guy goes in pretty good detail about it. One last look. Check that out, man. Look at the reflection in that. Can you see that? When I move the camera. So that's done. The frets are completed. Boy, look at the shine in that, man. There we are. I see dust on there already. You can't avoid it. But look at another angle up here. The reflections make it look like there's scratches in there, and the dust makes it look like scratches. But there are no scratches, y'all. Next thing we'll do, we're going to get some measurements on here, and we're going to shave this area of the bridge down. That will expose more saddle and allow us to have room to lower the saddle down, to lower the action down. Remember the saddle set down in there before. Well, I have it right here. Which way does it go? This way. See how far that sets down in there? It'll actually, it's not all the way down in there because that's higher than it was, or I've got the saddle in there upside down, probably, because this is awful low here. Anyways, by shaving this area down, more of the saddle is going to be exposed, and we can then lower the saddle. I'm going to make a new saddle for it, by the way, and a tusk one. This is bone. By shaving this area down lower, we'll expose more saddle, and we take the saddle down, lower the action more. That's up next. Stay tuned. So there you go, folks. That's the way, it's one of the ways you can polish your frets to a mirror image. And I treat the fretboard, condition it and everything. Like I say, I'll treat this later, the bridge, after we shave it down. Then I'll put the linseed oil on it and get it ready and buff the whole guitar before it leaves here. So I hope this helps some of y'all that maybe you want to polish your own frets. You don't have to level and radius and crown your frets just to polish them. Sometimes they get you know, horrible, tarnished, and a polished job's all it takes to make them look like this if they're not, you know, worn out or big dents or divots in them. So next video we're going to start shaving this bridge off here. Q-Wall's here and she's back to her old self again, ain't you, kid? Tell them, say I love you. Oh. Oh, see you next time, baby. Good. Get up in there. Get up in there.